Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jaleesa, and today I'm going to do a tarot reading and oracle reading on Codi Bigsby. He is a little boy who went missing, I believe back in February. I did watch some videos on that they believe the dad might have something to do with it because he went missing when he was under dad's care. Mom was a little suspicious because mom didn't seem to really care. Not really sure about that. So I kind of wanted to take a look and see what my cards say about that. Hopefully I can get everything in view. I apologize. There are times where I'm terrible at getting my cards to be in view, so bear with me. It's a work in progress. So today I am using the Intuit Oracle 2nd edition. You can find it on Etsy. The Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. You can find that mass market on Amazon. Visions in the Liminal Space. These are the people who created the liminal visions and liminal postcards. Not really sure. That can be found on their website. I don't know what their website is. Sorry. I'm sure if you just look up what the deck is, you'll find it. For tarot deck, I'm going to use the Forest of Enchantment. Yeah, Forest of Enchantment tarot. Again, bear with me. There are some differences. Like this is 5 of Challenges. That'll be the 5 of Swords. Some of the titles are different, so if I have to take a moment to figure out what it is that it's supposed to be, I'd appreciate that. Also, if you haven't checked out my video on my 3 study decks that I will be studying this year, this is one of them. So I'm trying to incorporate them more into my tarot readings. And I also have my oracle deck, which can be found on Make Playing Cards. I'll leave a link in the description box below. There are other videos where I have the link to the Intuit Oracle, the Heavenly Bodies, and the Beginner's Tarot, or the Beginner Tarot. I keep calling it Beginner's Tarot. That can be found on Etsy. People were asking me about that. There are links in other description boxes to find that one, so if I use it, I will try to link it in the description box below for you guys. So first we're going to start with the astrology. I'm going to see what the astrology cards have to say. And this is a reading on Codi Bigsby. Just going to take a look to see what the cards have to say about the disappearance of Codi Bigsby. We have the Sun, self-express and embody the truth. Oh, we got Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. Leo, self-confident, loyalty, and creativity. I do not know when Codi Bigsby was born. I don't know what his zodiac sign is, but I feel like he's a very creative little boy. We have embody the truth and nurture, comfort, protection. So there's a possibility that he could already be passed away, or he is in the comfort and protection of someone else. Maybe dad put him with someone who could take care of him better than what he could, if that makes sense. Trying to keep those in frame. I really enjoyed doing the tarot cards and then doing my oracle deck to see what they have to say. Oh my goodness, my cards are not cooperating. This is a tarot reading for Codi Bigsby. I believe he was 4 years old. I am doing a terrible job Can I get cards to tell me what has happened to Codi Bigsby? Ace of Visions, which is the Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Four of Cups. The Emperor. Like I said, some of these will have different titles to them. The Wheel of Fortune card, this one says Enchanter's Wheel, and then the Forest Lord, which is the Emperor because it's the 4 of the major arcana. And then we have the Ace of Spells, which is the Ace of Wands. Let us see what comes out with my Oracle deck. Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Seems like that creativity that was coming out. Sometimes the Ace of Cups can be emotional creativity, something that brings emotional happiness, overjoy, fulfillment, just the life of a child can bring that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So did something take that away? Now, please remember that my cards can be a little rougher on the edges. So, overdose does not have to mean overdose. It could be somebody could have been overstimulated. I feel like that's the word I'm really thinking about here, is overstimulated by a child's presence. If someone has, usually fathers tend to have this, when you're first in the hospital and you have a baby, they make you watch those videos to make sure that you don't go home and shake your baby, right? So they're geared towards fathers because fathers typically have a problem with controlling their anger over a crying baby because they didn't carry the baby, they don't nurture the baby, it's not really in their genes, typically. And I feel like this is kind of a similar situation where someone felt very overwhelmed or overstimulated by the presence of this child, possibly due to alcoholism. If the dad is a drinker, I'm not sure. Please also note that everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So this is just entertainment purposes only. That Wheel of Fortune here worries me because, you know, luck changes. The wheel of life changes. You know, we're born, we go through life, we get old, we die, and it starts all over again. So did alcohol play a part in Codi's no longer existing in this physical world? We have the Four of Cups here, which to me can also tell me that there might have been alcohol involved, and if dad is sitting in prison, which he was, it was not related to his going missing. It was related to something else, I believe. And if he's sitting there, he could be going through withdrawals. He could be, you know, daydreaming about what it felt like to be drunk. Or it could also be related to his son. Like, what happened to my son? Did I do it? Was I responsible? Let's see what the Four of Cups has to say. Can I get a card for the Four of Cups, please? If anybody watches this and they watch other readers, one of my favorite parts is shuffling, watching my favorite tarot readers shuffle. Like Soulful Revolution, I can watch her shuffle all day long. It's just so enjoyable. Living room. This can be broken into two parts. It could be broken into living and can be broken into room, or it could be a living room. Something could have happened in the living room. Codi could still be living. Codi could be stuck in a room, locked in a room. Could be put in a situation to protect him. Not sure who he would be needing protection from. Maybe he needs protection from his dad. Maybe somebody witnessed something and kidnapped Codi for his protection. Let's see what. Pregnant and time sensitive for the Emperor. The Emperor is an Aries, so we have quite a bit of fire energy here. Somebody could be very passionate about something, feeling like they're doing something in the best interest. If something did happen to Codi, it could be that they thought it was in their best interest. You know, when people get very depressed or they're in their own headspace and they have a hard time getting out of it, they might be thinking they're doing what's right, even if it's wrong. We have pregnant and time sensitive. Someone could be pregnant. This could be an idea brewing, or something may be birthed into light. Bear with me. Embody the truth. So if we are waiting for evidence of some kind to point us in the right direction of where Codi is or if he is still alive, I think we are coming up on the opportunity to know that. And if we don't know it soon enough, we're never going to know it. All right. The Emperor is also somebody who's very controlling, can be overly confident. We have self-confidence here, but I feel like it can also be a dominant masculine, a dominant male figure. It could be a woman who embodies masculine energy, who can be very controlling. Like, I'm not getting specifics on if it's a man or a woman, if it's a father or mother. Let's see what this Ace of Cards has to say. Ace of Wands says accident and bones. So there's a possibility that Codi is no longer living, and someone may accidentally come across his bones while doing a search, or just randomly coming across them. Let's see. Let's keep going here. We'll get 5 more cards for Codi Bigsby. All right. Tell me more about Codi Bigsby. Tell me about his disappearance. We have the Enchanter, which is the Magician. I feel like I don't know if Dad is still in custody. Ooh, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can. Okay. I don't know if they still have Dad in custody or not. If they do, I think that's the best time to get the information. And I know that, cops are excellent. They're going to do everything they can to get the information that they need. But I feel like it is, time is running out. Hopefully they don't miss their chance of getting the truth. That Ace of Wands there is making me think somebody's going to be inspired to take a different route when it comes to interrogation or asking questions or trying to get evidence. and that they're going to have everything that they need to move forward to find Codi or to get the answers that they're looking for. So let's get some more cards here on Codi's disappearance. Could also be that Dad is a master magician and he has military experience, so there is possibility that he knows how to dispose of evidence and bodies, etc., etc. We have the World card here. I don't like to admit this. The World card for me, when it comes up in a reading, is confirmation completely for me that somebody has passed away, that they are no longer in this world. But we'll keep going and we'll pull some more cards. The Six of Spells is Six of Wands. We have the Four Swords. There's going to be that victorious ending to finding Codi's body. And they're going to be laying it to rest. That Four of Swords, there is somebody resting, a funeral, saying their goodbyes, taking a mental break. Usually in a church, you see in the Rider Waite Smith somebody laying down. They look like they're taking a nap or praying, whatever. But to me, this is saying that there's going to be a funeral and they're going to be saying goodbye to Codi. Okay, get one more card, please. If Codi has passed on, God rest his soul, poor thing. The Fairy Wind. I think that's the Chariot. Like I said, bear with me. They have different titles. So I have to look in their guidebook to see what it is. Yep, the Fairy Wind is the Chariot. Usually I can tell by the Roman numerals, but sometimes I'm like, what is that supposed to be? I think he is going to be moving on. Thankful that his body is going to be found. His soul will be able to move on. People will be able to move on. Everybody will be able to find peace then. Let's get confirmation for the Magician. Tell me more about this Magician on Codi's disappearance. Hikers and Friend. His body could be in an area that is frequently hiked. Could be found by those who truly care about Codi and hope to have him found. Could have been a friend who helped. We have Hotel Motel. Somebody could be hiding out in a hotel or motel. Could be evidence based in the hotel or motel. Hiding, hidden, unseen. His body could definitely be hiding. Could be buried somewhere. Could be evidence that's just not being seen at the moment. But it's over top of the Six of Wands, so whatever is hiding or is not seen will become seen and will become unhidden. Let's check out the Four of Swords here. Can I get a card for the Four of Swords here? We have drugs. Drugs could have been involved. Could go with that overdose or accidental or intentional. He could have been injected with drugs. I mean, if it gets to the bones and it's too late, you may not be able to find evidence to convict somebody. I think that's where this is going with the time sensitive and whatnot. Let's do the Chariot. Can I have a card for the Chariot, please? Body of Water and Stalker. They may spread his ashes in the body of water. Somebody may move to an area where there's a lot of water. Stalker could mean an actual stalker, or it could mean that they are unable to let their emotions over the situation go. Body of Water could also be about your emotions, unable to let it go, unable to move on. Stalker could also be about, you know, that person that may have kidnapped him to protect him, or feel like they're supposed to be protecting him, but then it went too far and they're afraid that they might get charged with something, and who knows when it comes to that. I do feel as though Codi is no longer living. I have a feeling he will be found relatively soon. I just don't think it's going to help with a case against his killer or murderer. I am not getting significant impressions on who it could have been, other than a possible stalker or a friend or somebody who's pregnant, that four of the Emperor. All right, let's get some cards here. Let's see what the visions in the liminal space have to say. There and back again. I don't know if, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks like mountain and a hiking path to me. So he's going to take him up there and he's going to come right back down. Let's get two more. Two more cards for Codi Bigsby. The back rooms kind of reminds me of the living room, or being hidden in a room. Could be a basement. Could be under the living room. I'm not sure what Dad's apartment complex or house or whatever looks like. But I think you're going to find some things in possible hidden rooms or underneath a particular room. Let's get one more. Get one more card for Codi Bigsby, please. Tag your it. This tells me it's going to be receiving a lot of media attention, or it could possibly not be getting enough media attention. So let's keep that in mind and maybe hype up some of these videos about doing Codi Bigsby tarot readings and maybe get this little boy found. Last but not least, the Intuit Oracle. Oh my goodness. We have Saturn the Regulator. This is also the World card. Ooh, sorry. I don't know if you can read that. Accomplishment, duty, responsibility, completion of cycles, governing time and matter, structure, achievement, commitments, boundaries, integration, restriction. Now, this does not completely mean what the World card means. It's saying it's associated with the World card in the tarot deck. We have Mercury. We have the Magician again. Messengers of the gods. So to me, this is saying something's going to be put in the right person's path at the right time. This could be such as that hiker who accidentally comes across some bones and they find what was hiding is no longer hiding. We have communication, ideas, talkative, expression, thoughts, manifester, resourceful, curious, electronics, conduit, inspired action, quick. Hopefully they find him quickly. Last but not least, we have the Ladybug. A vibrant, abundant life, happy, comfort, leisure, good health, balance, wishes are coming true, birth of a daughter. If somebody's pregnant, they could be having a daughter. Maybe keep that in mind, as that might be a suspect in the case that nobody's aware of. I think the ending of this is going to bring some comfort to people. So maybe some being able to put somebody to rest can really bring peace of mind to others. All right, that is the reading on Codi Bigsby, who went missing in February. You can check out videos on his case on YouTube. The last one that I had watched was about him going missing and Dad was in prison. That was the last video I watched. So if there's anything new or updated, I haven't seen it. So if there is something new, feel free to put it in the comments. Or if you heard anything in my reading that sounds familiar, or you want to corroborate or agree to, or even correct me on, I would appreciate that, and feel free to put that in the comments. I'm good with that. And if you have any requests, also put those in the comments. And if you want, I would appreciate a thumbs up on the video, because that helps me get noticed, and being noticed is a good thing, right? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading.